Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today, as you can tell, I'm doing a holiday makeup look. This is just something that's going to be very simple, very easy, very quick to do. Hopefully, because I probably jinxed myself, but I'm using a couple products that I've never even used before. So we'll see how it turns out. So it's going to be very quick, very easy, just like very overall pretty look in general. So I do plan on making this video all drugstore products, so let's go ahead and jump into it. So I do already have my face primed. I did use the Milani Supercharged Dewy Primer for that. So I just have the Milani Fruit Fetish Lip Oil and Raspberry Peach on my lips just to kind of hydrate them while we're doing this makeup look. So we are going to start out with the eyes, and the eyes are going to be very, very simple. I was trying to find an eyeshadow palette in my collection that is still available, and the only one I have I really don't like, so I really don't want to use it today. So for my eye base, I do have this Juvia's Place Eye Primer, but this is just a little too full coverage for what I'm wanting today. So I'm actually just going to take a little bit of my concealer. So I'm going to use the NYX Bear With Me Concealer Serum as my eye primer. I'm just going to literally just the tiniest little pump. I have this one in light, and I really just want to get a good even base on my lids because this is going to be the very simple eyeshadow look that we're doing. Probably wasn't the best brush to use to apply this. And I'm going to be using a lot of the products that I use on my face on my eyes, just so I don't have to worry about an additional palette or product or anything like that. So before this has any time to like settle or anything like that, I'm going to set it, and I'm using the e.l.f. What is this? The e.l.f. Halo Glow setting powder, and I have mine in light pink. So I'm just going to take this and set this concealer I put down. Fingers crossed this isn't going to crease on me, but you use whatever eyeshadow base, any eyeshadow palette you have to get that nice even evenness on your eyelids. And because I didn't really have an eyeshadow palette that I could use today, I'm just going to go in with a powdered bronzer. I'm just going to use the Milani Silky Matte Bronzing Powder in Sunlight as a crease shade. I'm just using a Morphe M518 brush. I'm in the market for new eyeshadow brushes that are similar to Morphe because I kind of want to phase out of the Morphe stuff, but it's really all I have right now. So we're just going to put this in the crease. I just want this very light transition shade in my crease, just so it gives it just a little bit of definition in the eye. And this is so light that it's doing something, but it's not doing a whole lot, if you know what I mean, which is what I want. So just pretty much any bronzy camel-y type shade is. I was looking for a very nice like camel color transition palette. Like I pulled out my Raw Beauty Christie and Pure Cosmetics palette because it has a bone shade and a really nice camel transition shade, but since that palette's not available anymore, I really didn't want to use it. So just build this up to your liking. I'm going to stop there. Like I said, just very nice light definition in that crease. The cats are going crazy because I have a door closed. If you hear something in the background, that is our washing machine. I needed to film, so we're just gonna have to deal with that sound. Okay, so now that that's done, we're gonna go in with the star of the show. The whole reason I wanted to make this video, I finally got my hands on the Colourpop Super Shock Shadow in Ritz. I've talked about this in my Ulta haul. I talked about this in my Vlogmas week 2. I have been trying to get my hands on this for months. So this is what it looks like. It looks just like a very nice shimmery eyeshadow, but what I like about it is how just beautifully sheer it is. Like, I feel like, I don't even know if you can see that on the camera because I can't really tell the view on the viewfinder, but it has the slightest orangey, not really orangey, but brownish undertone to it with just like a nice hint of glitter on the top. Move y'all in just a little bit more because I'm going to just use my finger. Like, look how beautiful that is. And I'm patting this on my eyelid. Like, it's just so simple and so pretty. Like, it's just, I don't know, I just love it so much, and I don't know why, honestly. And with this, I'm okay if a little bit of glitter like gets a little bit higher than just the lid. It's just very, very simple, very pretty. There is like a little bit of glitter fallout under here, so I feel like that looks very underwhelming on camera, but I love it, and it's exactly what I was picturing for this look. Now, the only other thing I'm going to do on the eyes is take this Essence Extreme Lasting Waterproof Eye Pencil in Silky Nude and put this on my waterline. And this glitter is just like a permanent part of my under eye now, but we are going to go back in and add mascara after I do the rest of my face, and I am probably going to add just a little bit of inner corner highlight and brow bone highlight with my face highlighter. So for my skin, I am going to be using my, oh there it is, okay. I'm going to be using my Ulta Beauty Youthful Glow Concealer in Fair Cool, mixed with a little bit of my NYX Bear With Me Concealer Serum in Light. I still have not found a perfect like foundation or like skin tint that I really love for my skin, so I'm still just using my favorite Ulta concealer. And I started adding in the NYX Bear With Me Concealer Serum, mostly because I need to use it, and second because I think if I just want just a little bit of extra coverage, this does help provide that. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned, obviously my eyebrows were already done at the beginning. I did just use my e.l.f. brow pencil in taupe, my Ulta Beauty Brow Powder Duo in taupe, and then I set it with the e.l.f. Wow Brow also in taupe. I love this one, hate this one, but it's okay. I do just want a little bit of fuller coverage today. That's why I am using the NYX Concealer Serum, but it's still not full coverage. I'd say it's like light medium coverage with both of the products that I'm using. So yeah, light medium, because you can still kind of see like my scarring peeking through right there. You can still see redness. I'm just going to add a little bit more of the concealer, the NYX one, on my cheeks right here where my redness is peeking through. Just a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to leave the face alone or I'm going to leave my concealer part alone for a second. So this is where it could possibly all go wrong. I'm using a new cream product today, and I'm going to be using the Makeup Revolution Ultra Cream Bronzer in Light. All my other cream bronzer that I use go-to is Rare Beauty, and like I said, I did want to do all Drugstore for this, so I'm a little nervous using this. I'm just going to use a stippling brush. Again, this is from Morphe, the M427, and I just tapped some of it off on the back of my hand, so I feel like I'm not completely comfortable with cream products yet, but I want this to be very light. My goal is to not use any powder, bronzer, or blush for this look, just the cream. So, and I feel like that looks pretty good. It's very light, but it looks like you could build it up. I'm just going to leave it like that. has a, does it have a scent? I can't really tell if that's a scent or not, but, and using this with a stippling brush, it makes the product easier to go on, and it's not as heavy-handed as if you were to apply it with like a sponge or a densely packed brush. So I'm just tapping into the product and tapping just a little bit off on my hand before I put it on my face. That way I know I'm not going to be getting an intense amount of product. This is pretty. Like, I like this a lot. I do wish the tone of the shade was just a little bit more cool toned, because this is kind of warm for what I would normally go for, but I don't think it looks that bad. I think it looks pretty nice on the skin. I don't think that turned out bad at all. I have someone begging for attention. Baby, I'm sorry, hang on. Now I'm just going to take a little bit of this and go very lightly contouring my nose. And when I contour my nose, I'm not really contouring for like a different shape or anything. I just feel like if I don't contour like my nose or put any sort of like bronzer or powder under it or on it, my face just looks flat right there. So it's not to get a different shape or anything. It's just to tie everything together. Same thing with under my lip. I just feel like if I don't, the definition just isn't there. Baby, hang on. Someone's wanting attention. So now I'm just going to take my sponge that still has some of my concealer product left on it and tap kind of under that, kind of like if I were to carve it out with powder, but just to kind of smooth and blend out the edges. And I'm going to kind of go all around my face doing that. That way everything just looks very seamless and not too harsh, because we do want that very natural glowy look with this. I know it looks weird because I haven't done my under eye concealer yet, but I really want to wait. Mikey, stop it. I really want to wait till I get my blush on so I can blend it all together just a little bit more, which I'm going to go ahead and move on to blush. And this is another product that could turn this very bad. I've never tried it before. This is the e.l.f. Putty Blush in Tahiti. It seems like a really pretty shade, and honestly the shade that I was going for this look. So I'm just going to take this Real Techniques Duo Fiber face brush. I don't believe they sell this anymore, but it's pretty much like a really loosely packed stippling brush. And I don't want too much blush, but I do want a little bit of color there. So again, I'm going to put this on the brush, and this might not be a good brush for this. I feel like that's giving me just a little bit of color, but nothing too intense. And that's pretty much all I want to do for the blush. And then I'm going to go back in with my bronzer brush, not any extra product on it, just kind of what's still on the brush, and go over that area again. And then now I'm going to do my under eye concealer, and I'm just again going to use the Ulta Youthful Glow Concealer. I'm just taking a little bit of the NYX concealer that I still have on the back of my hand, going over like my nose and everything. I feel like that just helped blend the product in a little bit more by doing my concealer after. So far I'm really liking the way this looks. I do feel like I need just a little bit more bronzer on this side of my face. It doesn't feel very symmetrical. I am going to set my under eyes really quickly. And then I'm going to go in and set the rest of my face. Again, I'm just using the e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder. Now, I've never used this pink version, and I was kind of hoping it's going to be comparable to the Rare Beauty Setting Powder, which with the Rare Beauty Setting Powder, I can do like all of my cream products underneath, set it, and they still show through. So I'm hoping that's what this e.l.f. one does too. That is my goal for not using any other powder like bronzers or blushes. So now that I got my under eye set, I'm just gonna go in and set the rest of my face. Also, the good thing about the Rare Beauty setting powder is it sets my face, but I feel like my glow from my makeup still shines through, so I don't have to worry about it not being dewy anymore. I like the way this powder looks. I feel like it did give me the same effect as the Rare Beauty powder. I still see like my bronzer peeking through just a little bit. My blush is peeking through a little bit, which is exactly what I wanted. So just to finish off my eyes, I'm just going to do a little bit of mascara. And for mascara, I'm going to be using the Essence Lash Princess, an oldie but a goodie, and just a very classic drugstore mascara. Okay, so I got that on. I just did the little, it's broken, so don't judge me. My little like lash comb through my lashes just to get any clumps out. As all the hype that the Essence Lash Princess mascara gets, it's not my favorite drugstore. I don't know what my favorite drugstore mascara is. I haven't tried them in so long, but my current favorite mascara is the Rare Beauty one. But let me know what your favorite drugstore mascara is. Give me some ideas, things to try. So now we're just moving on to highlight, and for highlight, I didn't want to do liquid highlight because my experience with liquid and cream highlights aren't the best. So I'm just going with a really big oldie but 100% goodie is the Colourpop Flexitarian highlight. I have gone through a couple of these, and I love them. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this on my brush and hit just the high points. I'm not going to go down too far right here on my cheek because if you can see, I still have a little bit of the dewiness showing through from the powder. So I'm just going to hit right here kind of on the curve and then just a little bit above my brow bone right here. I don't know about y'all, but I still really like highlighting the tip of my nose. I just do whatever's left over. Same thing with my Cupid's bow. I just think it's really pretty. So just kind of whatever's left over on my brush, I'll go in with. And then I'm also going to take just a really tiny brush, put a little bit of this in the inner corner of my eye, but literally just the tiniest bit. I want it to be a little brightened, but I don't really want to take away from the glitter of the eyeshadow. Literally just the tiniest amount to brighten up. I'm gonna set my face before I do my lips, and I'm just using the Milani Make It Last Dewy setting spray. Make sure there's not a cast behind me. So initially when I was going to do this look, my plan was to use this Milani Color Fetish matte lipstick in Poppy, this really gorgeous, really pretty red. But because I didn't know what I was wearing for this video and I chose these burgundy overalls, I think I'm gonna go for a deeper color for this. If you're wanting like really traditional red, 100% recommend the Milani Color Fetish matte lipsticks. They are amazing. If you want another good traditional red, I used this last year for Christmas. This is the NYX Shine Loud liquid lipstick and gloss, and this one's in the shade On a Mission. This is a really pretty, really nice red color, and if you want something with just a little bit more of staying power, this is gonna be good because it is a liquid lipstick and then you set it with the gloss. So, but because I'm going deeper, I have two options, and both of them are the Milani Color Fetish matte lipsticks. This one is if you want a little bit more of a pinky but berry color. This is in the color Fleur. I'm not going to be using this one today, but it is Very, very pretty. I am going to be using this one. This one is in Dahlia. It is a very deep berry wine color. So I'm going to be using this. And to line my lips, I'm just going to be using the NYX lip pencil in Plum. Honestly, I don't even know if they still sell the NYX lip pencil shades that I have. Mine are really old and I probably shouldn't be using them. But hey, these are good for a long time. So I'm going to line my lips with this, and then this takes more concentration for me than like mascara. Ugh, I'm speaking of mascara. This mascara just flakes, and that's why this is not my favorite drugstore mascara. Got it outlined. I mostly just do, I very rarely do lip liner, but when I do, it's when I do bolder colors just to help me stay in the lines a little bit better. And it's still not even guaranteed it's gonna look good, because I mean, I get out of lines with lip liner too. So let's see. See, look how pretty that is. It's just so pigmented. Already got out of the lines with the lipstick. Let's see. I did get out of the lines a little bit, but I think I fixed it successfully. I can't tell though, honestly. I say as I keep messing with it. But this is the finished makeup look. I found some really great products throughout this video, like the Makeup Revolution cream bronzer. I really, really like this. I've heard great things about it, but really like it. I really do like this e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder in the pink tint. I think this is very comparable to the Rare Beauty setting powder. I do have the regular Halo Glow, and I'm not crazy about that one as much as I am this one. But yeah, this is it. This is exactly what I was picturing, minus this color lip. I was thinking something a little bit more red, but I just didn't think it would look good with this color that I'm wearing. So this is another really pretty lip option for the holiday season. Just the berries and the reds, they're just so gorgeous this time of year, and I love this look. It looks very dewy. It's what I wanted. The eyeshadow is exactly what I wanted it to be. I knew I would love this. Obviously, this is literally, if I could recommend any Colourpop Super Shock shadow, it is this one in Ritz, which I think people know about because it's constantly sold out. It is just absolutely gorgeous and gives the prettiest glitter to the eyes. Let me see, like, just look how pretty that is. Like, that is gorgeous. There is a little bit of glitter fallout, but yeah, it's super pretty. I'm in love with the way this look turned out, and I'm so glad I actually filmed it like I planned on, because I'm incredibly happy with it. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel before you leave. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you'll be notified anytime that I post. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.